Hello.
Oh, hello, Ben.
We're back for the penultimate playthrough of this single thing I'm doing.
Is it the penultimate one, really?
Yeah, we've got two
Good
left,
lord.
and we're going all the way down to Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
Oh, good day, mate.
We're gonna
Oh, you're in Australia this weekend.
what?
You're doing Australia. That's where the next race is.
Oh, okay.
What are the chances of that one? Me bonza, pal.
I don't know what you're saying.
I said, what are the chances of that, Ben, my good friend?
What?
Are you just being deliberately stupid?
I can't. I can't. That
Are you a
accent.
cretin?
It's too bloody thick.
No, evidently.
Shut the door. And
What do you like killing most in Australia? Other than, the dingoes
kangaroo.
and the wallabies.
Kangaroo are pretty easy.
Well, you wouldn't want a warm beer, would you?
They still run those ads.
Don't know.
It just occurred to me I haven't seen one in ages.
Question: how much terrestrial telly do you actually watch?
Not much.
Me neither. I basically don't watch any unless I'm at
Uh,
my son's nan's um, house
yeah.
and they have a telly on and then the adverts are on. And because the TV's on, my brain is instinctively like, oh, I need to look at this.
Mm.
So it makes it conversation really awkward.
Mm.
But and then I have quiz shows on a lot, so I'll answer quizzes.
No, I don't think much of terrestrial TV, to be honest. Not really a lot on the only value these days, or any day really.
Mm.
Uh, let's see if we can find a kangaroo. I think they tend to be around this bit. And then we'll go to the coast and shoot some crocodiles and some big banteng. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Sorry, I was just getting something ready.
That's okay.
So, have you heard that there are some new coins that are being minted with a particular theme?
Are they? Is it? When are the King Charles ones coming out?
Don't know. I think they're waiting to see how his ass cancer goes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I didn't hear about this. What's the theme?
They are Star Wars vehicles.
Ugh.
I know, right? Would you like to hazard a guess at the four vehicles that have been? This isn't a connection sound, just to be clear. There are four vehicles that have decided to be used, and I'm giving you all the information as it was presented to me in the news article that I read.
the
Okay.
Grand Moff Tarkin's catheter. Is that one of them?
Well, that's not a vehicle, is it?
It
By
transports
any stretch of the
bodily
imagination.
waste from one place to the other.
It's a tube, Ben. I don't think you can class. It's a tunnel.
Hmm.
You wouldn't call it a train tunnel a vehicle, would you?
Mm, I would if it won an argument.
Take serious, very serious guesses.
AT-AT.
No,
Well, one of the four-legged walkers on Hoth, and
no, that's an AT-AT.
okay,
No,
the two-legged walker.
the ATST
Yeah.
also no.
Okay, the X-wing.
That is one of them.
Okay, Tie Fighter.
That is a second one.
Uh, Imperial Star Destroyer or Executor.
Neither.
Okay, Death Star.
I need you to be more specific.
The second Death Star.
The second Death Star. There's one vehicle left. I'm surprised you haven't said it, as it's probably one of the most iconic Star Wars vehicles.
The speeder bike.
Nope.
Land speeder.
Nope.
The Jedi fighter.
Nope. Even more iconic. Way more iconic.
Well, the X-wing is like the most iconic. The Y-wing.
Nope.
And the X-wing is the most iconic Star Wars vehicle.
I'm surprised you got Death Star, but you haven't got this.
TIE Interceptor.
Nope. You're gonna kick yourself.
Iconic Star Wars vehicles. Oh, of course, Millennium Falcon.
The Millennium Falcon. Yes,
obviously. The
that's why I was surprised you didn't get that first out of all of them.
sorry, I. Sorry.
Like of the four, that was the one I was expecting you to struggle with a Death Star. I wasn't expecting you to,
Uh,
but no, they're making the Millennium Falcon, Death Star 2, TIE Fighter, and X-Wing. I suppose they're going with the Death Star 2 because it looks better as a
yes,
visual thing
I
than the
suppose.
first one
You know,
does.
it's sort of two
First one's just a ball, isn't it? The
two
second one's
thirds
got the
built.
whole scaffolding thing, and yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, um, yeah, that's a weird thing that's going on.
Hmm.
I wouldn't want them myself.
No,
It seems a bit daft as a thing
it's
to have.
interesting. I think, and it speaks volumes for the legacy of, I suppose, both the sequel trilogy and the prequel trilogy. That you very rarely see. Red Letter Media pointed this out in their review of The Force Awakens. I think is that the first of the sequel
Hmm.
trilogy. That
I think so.
if you go down any given toy aisle, uh, you'll be hard pressed to find toys from based on the prequel trilogy. The vast majority will be from the original trilogy. You know, you'll find.
Well, you see, I think
When's the last
I
time
think
you
that
saw
might
a
be because.
General Grievous toy?
Oh God, no, not since. Well, when I watched the when I watched the Family Guy piss take of Shawshank, and he'd whittled a General Grievous
Mm.
out of the wall,
Mhm. Yes.
which is ridiculous because it's funny of all the Star Wars stuff I have here, which is surprisingly limited stuff. Um, I have two vehicles, one of
Mm.
which is made out of Lego, one of which is not, and they are a Jedi Starfighter and a Millennium Falcon. So
Mm.
like, I'm much the same
Mm.
because the Jedi Starfighter is absolutely a prequel thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the Millennium Falcon is I know it's technically in the sequels as well,
yeah.
but it's more famous for being in the originals, isn't it?
Mm. That was a thing. It was just a rock.
It did look like a thing.
Does look like a
Swamp Thing.
sloth. It looks like a sloth sitting. And it's
Your moving doesn't help it not look like it's a thing because it looks like it's moving, even though it's clearly you. It's just the way the light hits it.
uh,
Stuff. Mm. I had an awkward thing happen at work this week.
oh, it's a tree. Yeah, go on.
We've got a new woman working in the office.
All right.
Started on
Is
Monday.
this about your
My first.
banana?
No, no, no. This is different.
Right.
This there was only she started Monday. I was in the office Tuesday, Wednesday, so I didn't see her until Tuesday. Right.
Yeah.
I am absolutely certain that this is the first time I've seen this woman.
Mhm.
Absolutely certain. She's doing the walk around with someone to introduce to people that she hasn't met before, because apparently that's the thing that needs to happen.
Oh yeah, obviously
And
it does.
well, I mean, I've not interacted with this woman at any point other than the conversation that
Mm.
we had that I'm about to tell you about
Mm.
over the course of 2 days. And I'd be very surprised if there's any point over the next month where we have any real interaction other than an awkward, hey, how you
Mm.
settling in conversation in the kitchen because we both happen to be in the kitchen at the same time. So anyway, I mean, no disrespect to her or anything. It's just I don't. There's certain colleagues that I don't end up talking to all that often,
True.
and there's some I talk to a lot more than others because I have to directly interact with them to get my job done.
Yeah.
Everyone else, it's unless there's a conversation, office-wide conversation going on, tend to just not end up talking to
Mm.
them. Anyway, first thing she says to me is, "I recognise your face."
Oh God.
So, where has she seen me? Because I don't go out all that often,
No.
right? And there is she said something about, oh, I think maybe it was when I came for my interview that
Yeah.
you were about. And the thing is, right, if she did come for her interview, either it was someone who was at the other office when she was leaving,
Mm.
which wasn't me because I didn't go there, but it might have been the older brother of someone who no longer works with us who was there. Who, if they think that I look like them, or if they think that they're me, I'm going to be a bit offended.
Okay. Why?
And if it's well, because there's think what you think of me, and then make it twice as bad.
Oh, that's not fair. I don't think too badly of you. I know what you
Not
mean.
too badly, but if you double it,
That's very mean of you to say to a person.
Oh, but like the features that are features of me that just aren't that aesthetically pleasing at times. Like my shit beard. I've
Well,
got a shit beard, right?
yeah, and your long hair and your
You know,
that awful sneer. I imagine you do a lot. Those
only at
cold
you.
yellow eyes
And
and
for
your
the love of God, don't forget
scaly skin,
the wrinkled. Yeah, and all of those things they've
your
got it. They have it
vile
worse.
leathery wings. Yeah,
Yeah. Azuzu.
yeah. Your frequency to make weird noises.
Yes. So the point is, it's not it's one being mistaken for someone else is always an unpleasant and uncomfortable experience for people, right?
Mm.
But if they think that that's me, especially when that particular person, the person who no longer works for us, they no longer work for us as a result of incompetence, right? Not necessarily incompetence, not being good at their job.
Well, this
Let's say
person
that.
who looks worse than you.
Yeah,
All right.
and like I think they look worse than me. I can see there are certain similarities, but not enough that I would say that we should be mix upable. We're
I
not interchangeable visually, so I'm a bit hurt by that possibility. So I'm hopeful
I can
she had.
appreciate that. Ah, fuck that. I can
I'm
appreciate
hope
that.
I'm hopeful that she had been over to our side because that's something that happened with this last round of interviews. Is that they were brought over to see the office because it's quite a different office look.
You did rounds of interviews.
No, like we've recently got two different people join us because two different people were removed from the environment.
All right. It's one of them, the person who now works with me.
No, much more recently than that, like in the last couple of months.
All right.
Um, so so for the first person, nothing changed in terms of the interview process that I'm aware of. But this most recent one, they brought the people that they were inclined to potentially hire over to our office to have a look around it before,
Mm,
get a feel for the office before they took a job with us, right?
yeah.
And the reason they did that is because the office where they do the interviews is considerably nicer than the office where we work.
Mm, tricky.
Yes, like they clearly give a shit about that end because that's the visitor facing end.
Hmm.
If customers come over, that's where they go. We're just the plebs in the back that no one really cares about. The
Mm,
IT crowd?
yes.
We are Richmond.
You stick you in your money cave, as I like to
Yes.
think of our finance, the little finance office they have, which is a bit stuffy. They've since spread out and taken my old manager's office, and he's moved upstairs.
Apparently,
The
it was a
money
big
pit.
deal. Apparently, it was meant to be a big deal when we got a new cutlery drawer organizer thing.
Mm.
Just let that sink in for a second.
Sorry, say that again.
It was apparently a big deal that we got a new cutlery organizer for the kitchen drawer.
Jesus.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's just one of those fucking things that happens, right? But apparently, we were meant to think it was a big deal. So,
Mm.
um, yeah, so possibly she came over during that and I just didn't notice her, which is
Mm.
unlikely because of where I'm sat. I basically see anyone coming in or out of the office because they're right in front of me and my perception is not that shit.
Mm. Well, I've been mistaken for a colleague. I have a colleague in my office who sits behind me who also has a beard and is of a few years younger than me. But on a couple of occasions, people have been looking for him and come to me.
Hmm.
Essentially, just because we have a beard. He's Portuguese, and
Okay.
his disposition is vastly different to mine. I'm more subdued, and
Is it someone that you talked about that got a bit annoyed with you like a week ago or so?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We won't discuss
Oh,
that.
no, I don't want to. I just want to double check if it's
um,
that person.
but yeah, he's quite sunny and cheery, and I'm not. So
See,
it's
I
quite
don't
strange.
necessarily.
I,
It's not necessarily being mistaken for someone else that's my issue. I think it's I want to like that person I'm being mistaken for.
yes, I think you are like this person. You are interchangeable. You are, this person you think is unattractive. I think you look like them in such a way that I
But
basically
you
think
you
you are
thought I was
them.
them.
Yes,
In my
that's
head, we are the same person,
that's a
and that is
difficult
hurtful to my
thing.
feelings.
Yeah.
So that's you know, yeah, that happened. Which is just a bit awkward because it's possible that she does recognise me from somewhere, but wherever it is, I haven't got a fucking clue where. I don't know her. I don't recognise her. I can't even remember her fucking name. And
Matilda.
it was she was introduced. It's something like similar to that actually. Definitely an M,
Morgana.
like Martino or something. Like not something stupid,
I
but
make so much bloody noise.
yeah, you need to crouch more. So yeah, that's one of them things that's happened.
Going south. I don't really want to be going south.
Like I say, I think that's a bit awkward as an experience
Yeah. Yeah,
personally.
I can see that.
Mm. Oh, I can cross that one off. I was wrong. I don't have as many topics as I thought because I've changed one of those. One of those has escalated, and we've already discussed it.
Which one escalated?
I had decided that I wasn't going to do my track Formula One video,
Oh, we're just gonna.
and then I've
Oh.
decided again that I wasn't. No, no, just not going to do any of them now.
Okay, you know what? I've changed my mind. I wanted to go for the kangaroo first. I guess we're not. Look how much success I have around here. It's just because the crocodiles lie on the beach, and it's very easy to get them.
Just like the Brits in holiday in Spain.
Hmm.
So easy to get hold of us, and the Germans actually.
Well, the Germans get
Similar
there
reasons.
first because they're just sensible and not lazy.
Mm. Do you want me to do my connections round?
Yeah, go on.
Okie dokie. Tom Jones,
Okay.
Louis Armstrong,
Okay.
Carly Simon.
Bond themes.
Fuck off.
That's easy.
Is it?
Yeah, of
Are they
course.
in the,
Thought you were going to
I
say
don't know.
no. That's too easy. I wouldn't have done that.
I didn't know what I was going to have to do to like which ones to pick that would make it not easy. I deliberately didn't go with John Barry or Shirley Bassey.
Yeah, you literally couldn't have picked any that would make it easy. You give me three artists, I'll be able to tell them. I mean, no, yeah, you literally could not have done it.
Oh, okay.
Eh,
Garbage.
yeah, I would have.
Okay. In that case, name the song. Name the song. If I tell you the
Yeah,
person.
go on.
Okay. So what did Garbage do?
The world is not enough.
Okay. Jack White and Alicia Keys.
Um, it's the theme tune to Quantum of Solace, but that's not what it's called. It's called another another way another way to die, something like that. Another.
That is the right one. Do you know? There's a fun fact about that song actually.
Is it?
Jack White is of the White Stripes, and he
Oh,
had written.
Seven Nation Army fame. I see.
He wrote the riff that ended
Ding,
up
ding,
being for
ding,
Seven
ding,
Nation
ding,
Army,
ding,
thinking it would be great for a Bond theme.
ding.
Didn't and
Hmm.
decided he wasn't ever going to get asked to write a Bond theme, and then a few years later got asked to write the one for Quantum of Solace.
It's a shame because that is widely considered the worst Bond theme.
Really?
There are very few people who like that,
Yeah.
and that's a good riff as well known and
It is,
recorded.
isn't it? It would have been. I don't know if it necessarily have worked for
Mm-hmm.
Sheena Easton.
Oh, For Your Eyes Only.
Okay. Carly Simon.
Spy Who Loved Me. Nobody does it better.
Okay. Um, John Barry.
Well, John Barry did the score for a lot of them.
Uh,
So, I mean, he did Goldfinger, he did, or Diamonds Are Forever, he did. He did like
okay.
a
So
whole chunk of
hang
the
on.
early ones.
Hang on.
So.
According to this, he composed. He didn't perform
No, he didn't
a
perform
lot
any
of
of.
them. So which
Yeah.
ones did he perform? Because that's the thing I'm giving you.
Did he perform a Bond theme? I mean, are we?
He, according to this, he performed one, two, uh, three,
You're gonna need to.
three of them.
You're gonna need to tell me.
He performed the one that is known as the James Bond
Well,
theme.
that's debated. I think that's Monty Norman, isn't it?
Well, John Barry and orchestra and Monty Norman. It was
Hmm.
composed by Monty Norman, but it was performed by.
It
So
was.
I would
It
give you
was
it if you said John Barry
composed by
performed
him for a musical called A House for Mr. Biswas,
it. Okay.
and it's taken. Every time I record
John.
this, I can't find a fucking thing.
It's just the way it is.
Hmm.
John Barry and Matt Monro performed
Roger
for
with
Russia with Love.
Love.
Yeah.
If you give me the other
Uh,
artist, I'll tell you.
oh,
But I
okay, fair
can't
enough.
go on John Barry alone because he did so
The,
many.
the John Barry Orchestra.
um, don't know.
On Her Majesty's Secret
Oh,
Service.
damn it! I was gonna say that. Fucking hell.
Louis Armstrong, what did he do?
We have all the time in the world from On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Yep. Okay, Tom Jones.
Thunderball. He
Shirley
famously
Bassey.
passed out when doing the highest note. Shirley Bassey did. It's a high fucking note.
I
Shirley
bet.
Bassey did. Well, she famously did Goldfinger. She did Diamonds Are Forever. She did Moonraker. She also
She did do
recorded
Moonraker.
a potential song for Thunderball called "Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang," and she recorded a. I'm sure she recorded a potential song for Quantum of Solace as well. I'm not sure I've ever
Hmm.
heard it.
Sheryl Crow.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Tina Turner.
Goldeneye.
Aha.
Living Daylights.
Rita Coolidge.
All Time High. For Octopussy.
Lulu.
Who? Lulu.
Lulu.
The Man with the Golden Gun.
Paul McCartney.
Live and Let Die.
With wings as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Madonna.
Die Another Day. Widely considered the second worst. There's a bit in
Hmm.
that always makes me laugh.
Go on. What is
Where
it?
she's singing, you'll have to listen to it, but she's singing the song, and at some point she just goes Sigmund Freud. In like this weird whispery voice. You'll have to listen to it, but it never fails to make me break out in a chuckle.
I'm just gonna. Sigmund Freud. Analyze this. Analyze this. Analyze this.
Yeah.
That's crazy. There's a bit of. I think it's knowing me, knowing you.
Haha.
But I think the lyrics to that always. Yeah. The second verse, they have someone whispering. One of the ladies is whispering in the back whilst they're doing. So they say memories, good
Yes.
days, bad days, and it always tickles me because for some reason it reminds me of that bit in How I Met Your Mother where one of Robin's songs comes out.
I've never seen How I Met Your Mother.
Have you not? Even though it's basically Friends without the boring bloody Ross.
But I hate Friends.
Well, yeah, I mean, but why do you hate Friends? Because of boring bloody Ross.
That's a band thing, by the way. They're slow as fuck.
Evidently. Okay, Chris Cornell.
Oh, you know my name from Casino Royale.
Yep, Billie Eilish.
No Time to Die.
Sam Smith.
Writings on the Wall from Spectre.
Just trying to
No
work out
Time
what
to
it's from.
Die, incidentally, from the film No Time to Die. Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only Bond film I haven't seen.
Gladys Knight.
Oh, License to Kill.
And I think there's only one left. Who is it and what's the song?
Okay, one main one. Alright, I guess we're going through them one by one. Well, Doctor No didn't have a Bond theme.
No, it just had
Apart
the
from the
James
Bond
Bond
theme.
theme.
From Russia with
Yeah.
Love with Matt Monro.
Although it is mentioning Kingston Calypso by Byron Lee and the Dragonaires for Doctor No.
Alright.
I wouldn't hold it against you. It hasn't got a Wikipedia page, so you know.
No, got Goldfinger, Shirley Bassey, Thunderball. Oh, You Only Live Twice, Nancy Sinatra.
We did. Oh yeah. I didn't get you to name a thing. We had talked about Nancy, so I forgot about that.
Oh,
That's not one I was thinking of.
okay. Right. So after You Only Live
You'll be
Twice.
better off working backwards.
No. I've started, so I'll
It's
finish.
like Jeremy Paxman.
Where was I? You Only Live Twice, Nancy Sinatra. Diamonds Are Forever, Shirley Bassey, Live and Let Die, Paul McCartney.
If you're doing them in order, you've missed 2 songs.
Have I?
Yes. Between You Only Live Twice and Diamonds Are Forever, there are 2 songs.
What, on Her Majesty's Secret Service?
Yeah.
Okay, but we've done those.
We did do that, but I said if you're doing them in order,
Okay, all right.
which is, I didn't lie to you. I didn't mislead you. You said Live and Let Die.
Live and Let Die, The Man with the Golden Gun, A View to a Kill, Duran Duran.
We talked about that one, I think.
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay. That's not one either. Again, you skipped a couple.
I know, but
You don't have to in order, but you said.
I
I guess we're
know,
doing
but
all of
it's
it.
only because I realised you hadn't mentioned A View to a Kill that I said A View to a Kill.
Okay.
Um,
They keep playing for Living Daylights on the radio.
so Octopussy we've done. Is it KD Lang?
That's not on here at all.
Is it a film we haven't talked about yet?
Yes, it is.
Oh shit. Uh, well, we've done. Oh fuck, this is gonna annoy me. Okay, go on, tell me.
It's Adele with Skyfall.
Of course, so bloody Adele.
That's why I recommended you go backwards because it'd be
Yeah.
easier. A song titled "Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang," sung by Shirley Bassey, was originally slated to be the theme song for Thunderball. It was re-recorded by Dionne Warwick, who was recently on The Masked Singer. But
Yes,
Albert
we
Broccoli
we
insisted.
we follow her on Twitter. She's hilarious. Or the
Uh,
intern who's running the account is hilarious.
wow. Um, Albert Broccoli insisted the theme song must include the film's title and also decided that the lyrics should not start before the film's title, Thunderball, appears on screen. A new song was composed and recorded at the 11th hour titled Thunderball, performed by Tom Jones. The melody of Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang remains a major component of the film score.
Yeah, it's in there a lot. They
Mm.
ignored that rule for Octopussy though, didn't they?
Did it for a few songs. They did it for. There's a song
Spy Who
called
Loved
Three
Me.
Blind Mice in Doctor No.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
All-time high for Octopussy, You Know My Name, Casino Royale, Another Way to Die, Quantum of Solace, and Writings on a Wall. Spectre do not feature the title of the film,
Mm.
either in the title or the lyrics, although Another Way to Die features the word solace in the second stanza.
Mm.
Nobody Does It Better doesn't feature the line "The Spy Who Loved Me" in its lyrics.
It does.
Yeah, that's what it says. It
Yeah,
does.
it does.
And apparently, You Know My Name, Skyfall, and Writings on a Wall do not appear on their film's soundtrack albums, as they were released by standalone singles instead. Did you just shoot whilst you were trying to pick that up?
Yeah, in my pants.
The secondary song of Dionne Warwick singing Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang did end up included somewhere.
Mm.
Um, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Katie
there's
Lang
a.
with Surrender for Tomorrow Never Dies is mentioned on a secondary songs list.
Yeah, it's widely considered. Do you want to do the test me on secondary songs? I reckon I can do that.
All right. We've talked about that once. Nina.
Who?
Nina. At least I assume that's how you pronounce it. Nina. A Danish singer and actress.
I don't know. I might need some help.
If I told you the song was called "Do You Know How Christmas Trees Are
Oh,
Grown,"
it's yeah. God, that's an obscure one. Yeah, that's from
I'm just going through the list.
from On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Do
It
you
is.
know how Christmas trees are grown?
Okay,
They
Rage.
need sunshine and rainbows. What?
Rage.
Will the name of the song give it away?
Uh, I don't know. Depends how well you know it.
Give me the name of the song. If it's not the name of the movie, it'll
Oh, okay.
be a decent.
Make It Last All Night.
Does it give you the name of the movie there?
Yeah, I can see it.
Do you know which Bond was in it?
I can check. Roger Moore.
View to a Kill.
No, it was for Your Eyes Only.
No, I wouldn't have got that. I'm not. I'm on it. It's one of the films I'm less familiar with. Or least familiar
What
with.
about what about? Oh, hang on. It says Gidea Park, but apparently, if I hover over it, it tells me it's Adrian Baker. And I can tell you the song title for this one if you need it.
Yes, please.
California
Oh,
Girls.
that is a View to a Kill.
That is, yep. The Pretenders.
Oh, well, yeah, I know this. This is The Living Daylights. If there was a
It is.
man, right?
That is a half answer. There was a second song.
Oh, what's the other
Yeah.
song?
Is that you're going to think about it, or you want me to tell you?
I want you to tell me.
Where has everybody gone?
Oh, yeah, that's a song the henchman has on his Walkman.
That, funnily enough, is the one that's got a link. Okay. Patty LaBelle.
Oh, that's License to Kill.
Yep, that's the song.
Oh, fuck. If you ask me to.
Yep. Ivory.
I actually think I like if you ask me to more than the main theme, but yeah, Ivory. What's the name of the song?
Wedding Party. Oh, sorry. Wedding Party.
It's either I think it's either on Her Majesty's Secret Service or License to Kill. Are either of
So
those right?
one of those is right.
Is it License to Kill?
It is License to Kill.
Okay. The only thing that really gave that away was the title of the band. It felt like
Yeah.
a more modern thing than.
Yeah. Eric Serra.
Oh, Goldeneye.
Yeah. Do you know
He.
what the song is?
Oh, fuck. I actually really like that. It plays at the end. What's it called? He did a lot of the score as well, but it sounds very Tetrisy. They replaced
Oh.
him partway through.
Hmm.
Um, no, you're gonna have to tell me.
It was the Experience of Love.
That's it. I do really like that song actually.
Obviously, we discussed Katie Lang.
Yeah, I might listen to that again.
Um, this is going to be interesting. I wonder if you can get this one.
Hmm.
Scott Walker.
I don't know the gentleman in question. What oh fuck? What's his song called?
Only Myself to Blame.
Why is this going to be interesting? I wonder.
I can tell you why it's going to be interesting if you want.
Yeah,
If it makes it might not make it easier for you to guess.
that's
It has
fine.
brackets next to him saying original end credits song, not in film.
Yeah, that doesn't help. How the fuck am I meant to get that? I don't know.
Well, I mean, it'll be on the. If you were to watch the film, it would be over the credits, right? So you could potentially know this.
But
I'm just
no,
wondering.
what? I thought you said it wasn't in the film. That it was the
Original end credits song. So it's a song that plays
yeah
during the end credits. But it's an original song that they released,
brackets not in
but it's not.
film.
But it's not during the film itself.
Yeah, but original end credit song sounds like it was the original choice for end credit song and then was
No, no,
replaced.
no. I read it as like it's an original song, a song that they wrote for
Mm.
the job that they gave it. They played it over the end credits, and it's not a part of the
Ah,
main film.
right. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, you are gonna have give me the Bond.
The Bond is Brosnan.
The world is not enough.
Bingo. I played a game of that one.
Yeah, I have seen that.
You are never gonna get this one, but I'm gonna. I just want to see you squirm. Luna Sea. That is LUNASEA.
What's the song called?
Sweetest coma again.
Could you give me the Bond, please?
No, what I'm going to give you instead is tell you why it's going to be one that you have no chance of getting
Because it
because
was
that might actually.
never in the film.
It doesn't exist. I made it
Deleted
up.
scene. Is it deleted scene song?
No, no, no. It's only on Japanese soundtrack,
Oh, for fuck's sake. Um,
and it was the Japanese end title
you only live
song.
twice.
No,
You're gonna have to tell me. I would guess it's either a Brosnan or a Dalton.
it is a Brosnan. It's the world is not enough again. I didn't know if it being Japan only. would have necessarily given you a clue for it because of whatever goes on there. But okay, no, that's the one that they already done that one. And it's the last one.
Oh,
This is, I believe, because it features in the. Oh shit! Sorry, because I think it features in the film. It's not on the soundtrack. The Clash.
oh, Die Another Day,
Yeah, what's the song?
London Calling.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know that because the villain parachutes down in front of Buckingham Palace while it played
that makes
in
sense.
a cool scene.
In Moonraker, they've got the Close Encounters theme.
Yes, they do.
That's
Let me see
ridiculous.
if I can remember the context for that. Oh yeah, it's a door code to a secret
Oh,
lab.
of course it fucking is.
Yes. I was familiar with that film before I knew of Close Encounters.
Hmm.
Um, uh,
Non-title themes.
Bunting. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Do I take a Bunting or?
So yeah, they Tomorrow Never Lies by Pulp, originally entitled Tomorrow Never Dies, was released as a B-side on their 1997 single Help the Aged, and on the vinyl version of their 1998 version album This Is Hardcore.
Yeah, Tomorrow Never Dies is sort of interesting because they opened it up to artists to submit album or submit songs, and you narrowed it down to Katie Lang and what's her face.
Hmm. Um,
But that year or the year after, there was a slew of songs called like Tomorrow Never Lies, Tomorrow Never Cries, and
hmm,
stuff like that. We've got this song, might as well fucking make some money out of it.
yeah. Um, who had an unused? No, hang on, no, other one. For what film did Johnny Cash have an unused song?
Thunderball.
It was Thunderball.
I've listened to it. It's quite good. It's not really Bondy, but I like it.
What about Alice Cooper?
The Man with the Golden Gun.
Yeah. Phyllis Hyman?
Phyllis Hyman.
Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it.
I don't know.
Never Say Never Again.
That's that's a non-canonical. I actually quite like the. It's not the best song in the world they had for Never Say Never Again, but I like the chorus, the hook bit.
Well, I think that's pretty much as we've expected. Extended ability to. With an increase in audio quality for video game consoles and personal computers, in addition to the continued popularity of producing video games, publisher Electronic Arts, as well as Activision, has included opening themes and film style credit sequences to some of its more recent
Mm,
Bond games and spin-offs.
yes.
So they have got the video game themes
Oh yeah.
that they've mentioned here as well,
Yeah.
including Nightfire, which obviously you've played,
Yes.
for GoldenEye games. Yeah, cool. Novels. That's interesting. That they've got novels on here, considering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's that. That's that done. I'm going to start paying more attention to
Would you like
more
my
video games.
last topic? I think it's my
Yeah,
last
shoot.
topic. Done that. Done that. Done that. Done that.
I've only
Done
got
that.
one left after this. That's why I dragged out with James Bond thing.
So I only saw this today.
Oh,
Apparently, the world population has fallen for the first time since the Black Death.
oh, compared to when?
Well, last year.
Okay, that's interesting that that's happened.
Yeah, I suppose it is really, isn't it?
Because I would have thought that if it was going to happen, it would have happened before that, or
Well,
even
its birth rate's been falling. You see.
well, no one's got any fucking money, have they?
No, that's the problem. You know, billionaires want more money, but the fact is, it fucks with. If the average person has less, they're less inclined to have children because the world's getting worse. I'm gonna have to come back here and track that, aren't I?
Probably, yeah.
Right, go on, John Nettle, show me the way.
Solve a crime.
I know.
Be gay, do crime. All that
Yeah.
fun stuff.
So, yeah, for the first time, it's a Black Death. The global population has actually fallen. It's
Plus,
currently
there's always murders.
it's currently sitting pretty at 8 billion, so we're not about to run out anytime soon.
I'd say we've still got too many.
Yeah,
Bring on the Collings.
we should.
If they killed half the population based on a particular metric, if you if it was easy to quantify what made uh what the best half of the population and the worst half of the population, do you think you'd be in the best half?
Yeah.
I think so too.
Well, you don't even have to be particularly good. I think
No.
I have given this some thought during some particularly dark moments in my life. I think
Oh.
what you'd do if you had like unlimited fucking resources, I think the internet is quite good for this because a lot of people have, obviously not perfect, but a lot of people have a footprint online.
Mm.
If you had access to, all the information you ever need, you could see what they posted on Twitter. You could see
Yep.
what they said about minorities and the like, and you could judge based on that.
Well, again, it all depends on what really you define as the better half, isn't it?
Well, yeah, precisely.
You ask a Nazi.
Yeah, I'm just a woke soy boy cuck. I'd be,
Oh, I mean,
I'd be
I
sent right off to the fucking concentration camp. Me.
I have no idea how many of those words apply to you, but because you've said them, that's your nickname now. Woke
I
soy boy cook.
I don't know. I think I'm definitely woke. Although I am getting sleepy, ironically.
Well, it is 8 past 11, and you've had to do a day's work, so
Yeah, I know. He's a chunky.
yeah, it is right up the arse again.
Not
Right up the arse.
not quite. Yeah, Banteng are good. Or Banting. I'm sure it's Banteng. Banteng. Yeah. Because they're slow as fuck and they're big. Ah!
And they're wonky.
Yeah. Yeah, I shot that thing twice. That'll go down in no time at all. Look at that. There you go.
Vital organ. Oh, you did it. You did hit a vital organ. That helps. Oh, the poor thing. It looks so peaceful.
Yeah, it does.
That's a good shot.
Thank you.
Right up the
I
arse.
hit its tail.
Yeah, yeah. If you say so.
Mm. Mm.
I know some friends that are off to Vegas this year, shortly after our birthdays, actually,
Why are they going to Vegas?
for one of them's birthday.
Not your
They are
birthday.
also turning 30, so they're off to
Uh,
Vegas. And part of the plan is for them to go and do one of these shooting experiences where you get to do some shooting of some guns.
Lovely.
So it's fucking expensive.
I bet.
It gets depressing because the guys, they all earn more than me by quite a margin.
Yeah.
And they're all talking about how they've got all these expensive plans. Like one of them's off to they're spending I think it's a week in Cyprus, a week in Vegas, a week up in Edinburgh, then another week in Cyprus later on in the month. I've got a gig they're going to in a couple of weeks. They're doing all sorts of fucking stuff, and it's like, oh, it'd be nice to
That is
even have half the
depressing.
money I need to be able to do any of that shit.
That is depressing. I mean,
Yeah.
having run the calculations, I think I'm going to be all right once I've got my own place. I'll have enough money for me. I'm not a particularly expensive person. I don't go
Mm.
out. My hobbies are cheap. Um, I should have enough to do me. Um, but yeah, I've got to weigh it up against the other side of it. Like they have that money because their jobs are presumably more stressful than yours.
Well, I
Higher
mean, this
intensity.
particular one, they accidentally dropped their work laptop, and so they've not been able to do any work for the last 3 days.
What do they do? Are they all in IT?
But yeah, they're not all of them, but most of them work in some form of IT job.
There you go. You should have done that.
Some are, I couldn't, I can't do IT. Like I can do IT, I can't do it as a job. It would destroy me.
Just ruin your faith in people. What's little?
No, it's too close to what Dad did.
All right. I
I can't bring myself to.
well, look, I my job is rewarding, and it doesn't make me want to kill myself. While I get paid less, I'm not gonna have.
Sorry, you just reminded me something.
Well,
No, carry on while I look at this piece of paper so I can quote it.
so I'm not gonna have kids, which is a massive expense dodged, and I've got some money coming down the line, and as I say, I don't have many expenses, so I'm fine. I don't need to be going off and doing all these things. I've got more than enough to keep me going in my own time.
I I'm going to read an extract from some notes that I was working with today on how to do one of the jobs that I've started doing.
Mm-hmm.
Check if some of this isn't going to make any sense to you,
Yeah.
but for the sentence that matters is check if invoiced or uninvoiced are in PQU file. Brackets. Try not to kill self.
That's funny.
And the reason I say
Are
that is
these
because
your
A,
notes that you've
these are
made
my
for
notes that I
yourself?
wrote. Try not to kill self. I wrote all of that.
Or did you make them for yourself?
Yeah, just for me.
All right.
Because it's a matter of checking one file against another file, neither of which are particularly reliable,
Mm.
um, and having to update it so that it's correct. And it's just soul destroying and mind numbing and tedious. And it took me like 3 hours to do all the checks that I was meant to be doing,
Mm.
right? And all I'm doing is checking 4 files against each other at the end of the day.
Mm.
And my brain turns to mush after something as tedious as that. I don't know about you.
Yeah,
Um,
sometimes I get that, but
so yes, it amused me that you said that your job doesn't make you want to kill yourself,
no, it
and that is
doesn't.
literally a note that I
Well,
saw
that's a
today.
huge plus. I could have been earning a lot more money. I could be on 2 grand a month. I interviewed for a job that I had an interview at like this building maintenance company thing as like an admin guy,
Mm,
but for one, the job seemed pretty intense. I was there for like an hour or so for like a test run, and the boss was spoken of in terms that were not particularly flattering. Everybody sort of shared knowing looks when talking about him. I thought, okay, that's a red flag.
mm,
They wanted me to work because my bus wouldn't get in for like the start time. I'd have to take it out my lunch, so I wouldn't get a long enough lunch really. I'd get like
mm.
20 minutes or whatever, and I'd have to work every other Saturday or one Saturday a month. I
Uh,
just thought this is not. I'm gonna hate this. Look at all that. This is the
that's a
place
lot of
to be.
damage.
So then let's leave it and see if we can find a kangaroo.
Tommy kangaroo down, sport. Tommy kangaroo down.
Yeah, this is why this is my favourite area. You can just
It's-
fucking clean up along the coast.
Mm. Fair enough. I mean, sometimes I think I should go find another job, but also
Mm.
sometimes I think it's a lot of work for something that might be just as shit.
Well, it's about it's about oh, this isn't good. Oh, okay, my controller stopped working briefly.
Hmm.
I unplugged it and plugged it back in again. Don't know what happened there.
God
Um,
only knows.
yeah, I mean, not everybody's priority is money. There are more important things to me than money. I don't need it. I think I'm going to be all right.
Hmm.
If I can work 4 days a week forever, I will be happy.
I'm risk averse when it comes to new work.
Mm,
I don't want to go for something, end
roll
up hating it,
roll the
and
dice.
then being in a awkward situation where I'm looking for more work and I haven't got something, and
Yeah.
you know, I've got a kid to support, haven't I?
Mm. I've had yeah. I look. I've had a job I fucking hated, and I had another job that wasn't great, and this is the only job I like. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm in it for the fucking long haul. I'm not budging.
Mm.
And if they want to get rid of me, I will cry. I hope they won't. I think my rank. I don't know. If they called me into the office and asked me to justify, my being there, I could.
I could justify my being there.
I don't.
There's not many people in that office with the level of experience working at that company that I've got,
Mm,
and none of them have got the exact experience that I've got for
mm,
having done the roles that I've done there.
yeah. I mean, I haven't been in there as long as other people, but I've got a broad workload. I know a lot of. I know about as many systems as anybody does who's
Mm.
working there. Our system. I mean, it's fairly basic admin, so the systems aren't that broad or complicated. Um,
I mean, at the end of the day, most of it's just Excel.
yeah, I mean, I know the system we use for ordering stuff. I do that. I do a lot of stuff with the sports people. Um, I do their stuff, so it's very broad, and I have a
Shot
big
through the line.
I have a big workload, and I manage it well.
Hmm. Yeah,
So,
I'm quite an organised person when it comes to my workflow.
oh God, yeah.
Um, I get a I every month when we get the go ahead to do our meant to take us 2 weeks process, I print out the calendar and I plan out what jobs are going to get done on each day.
Well, I don't go quite that far, but I've got a massive folder that's divided into sections, and I've made myself little tracker sheets.
Hmm.
So for my various jobs, I've set it out, and I've got tick boxes type things, and I've got a set an area for notes so I can go through and have I done this? Yes, I have done this. Have I done this? Yes, etc., etc. I could not do my job without those. It would
I
be I would slip up. I would miss something.
I feel
Um,
compelled to emphasize it's not a that is the day it will get done. It is that is the ideal day that it will get done.
mm,
I there are certain things that I need to wait for certain other
mm,
things to have happened, so I schedule them later. I try and fill the time so that I'm busy, but I'm not stressed.
mm,
It just helps me identify how hard I actually have to work,
mm.
rather than working flat out and then having fuck all to do for a couple of days. I deliberately spread my work out a bit so that I've got time to play catch up if I need to on other stuff.
Yeah.
It's time management. That's what it is, isn't it?
Well, I mean, yeah, I have a feeling most jobs, when they're boiled down, are basically just time management. It's knowing the job is like half the battle. The rest of it is just managing your time effectively and keeping track of everything.
Yeah. There are times where I suspect that either I'm much better at time management than the other people I work with, or I just have less to do.
Mm,
Because, but then there's shit where it is literally we're doing the exact same thing at the exact same time, and I'm considerably quicker.
uh,
So like, I don't get it. Like
uh,
we do timesheet input.
yeah.
We transfer data from the timesheet system into Excel
Mm,
because why not, right? And that is a very manual look at the file, add it to a file sort of job.
mm.
So you're literally typing in what you're reading off a PDF, and
That
it
sounds
doesn't matter.
horrible.
It is tedious and slow, and there's absolutely a better way of doing it, but no one's got around to implementing it, and I haven't got time. I probably
Mm.
have got time, but I haven't got time for something that I only half
Do you
do
know
anyway.
what it is? The better way of implementing it, or
Yeah,
would you need
no,
to?
I reckon if I had about 5-10 minutes to probably sit down and think about it, I could come up with something.
Yeah,
It's not. It,
but it's worth
the
it.
complicated.
I mean, it's worth the time to implement it, to think of something and implement it, because you'll be saving
It's
a
the
lot of
knock
time.
on. It's the knock on impact is for of if you change that, you need to change this other thing, and then you need to change this other thing, and now this other thing looks at it. And I don't have the time to go through that whole process. I've got time to fix the start bit, but not necessarily to make it work for everything else.
Well, that's
I mean, it
mm,
shouldn't be my problem, right? But
no.
anyway, point is, we split that into two jobs. It is specifically split into two jobs. is either all the stuff that is based at the site that we work at, a
Mhm.
specific site, and then everything that isn't.
Mm.
And it does not matter which one of those two I am doing. I can get it done in somewhere between 50 minutes and an hour and 10 minutes,
Mm.
depending on if there's if I'd spot an input error somewhere and I need to track back where it was. And if I have got an input error, it's easy for me to spot it on the not our site stuff because they go into individual files per site, whereas for one that is our site, it goes into is a lot of data that goes into one file. So unless you break it down, you're gonna have a while to. You've got a lot of data that you need to check if you
I
make a
don't know
mistake.
whether I hit that. Yeah.
So it takes me on average it takes me about an hour. Anyone else doing either one of those jobs, it takes them about an hour and a half.
Mm.
But we're working with the same data,
Are you
right?
just a faster clicker?
Well, it's typing.
You just a
So
faster
clearly,
type?
I'm better at getting into a rhythm of typing it, putting it in the right places, and all that kind of
I
stuff.
did hit it.
Oh, nice one.
Thank you. I thought I'd take a punt because I couldn't be asked getting close.
Yeah, it worked.
That was a good shot
Very
too.
nice.
It's a
But
pretty animal,
but so
isn't
it
it?
is kind of pretty. I like foxes. Foxes are nice.
Mm. Every
Um,
time I think of foxes, I think of Arlo Hannons, Harden, Ardle
I
Dougal
know who you
off of
mean.
Father Ted when he was on
Yeah.
Taskmaster, and he said that foxes skulk around bins like a jazz drummer trying to score heroin.
Hmm.
That was,
I've forgotten that.
was what I think of when I think of foxes.
New series starts next week. In fact, the
Yeah.
Davis video goes out.
Oh, cool. Well, I only know one person who's in it, which
I
is
don't think I've looked at all. So
I can't remember his name. He's a chap from the League of Gentlemen.
oh yes, I have seen a video, and he is yes.
Yeah. Uh, and I wouldn't have pegged him as a Taskmaster contestant, to be honest. So I'm going into this a bit wary. But who knows? You know.
Let's see if I can find out who they are with their names. Because,
I
like I
want
say,
to
I
say
don't.
Steve.
Steve,
Yeah.
this is a shit website.
Steve Pemberton. I had to look
That
at
sounds
my
about right.
Inside Number 9 script book for that information. Yes, it's
We
Steve Pemberton.
have Joanne McNally,
Never heard of her.
John Robbins,
No.
Nick Mohammed.
No, but I've seen. I am aware of him. I wouldn't have known him by name, but it's only after I saw pictures of him on the inside on the Taskmaster Reddit that it sort of clicked. I do know who he is. I couldn't tell you where
Yeah,
from, but I do
I
know
know
who he
him
is.
from stuff. I wouldn't have got it.
Mm.
Oh, was it? Yeah, the thing I've seen him in recently is those Ted Lasso clips
No.
I keep seeing on TikTok.
What's Ted Lasso about?
It's my understanding, having not seen it that properly, is that it is a American football coach comes over to the UK to coach a British football team,
Oh right, okay.
and it's got the tall lady that did Eurovision and Game of Thrones in it.
Yeah, she. Okay, yeah, I've seen a clip where she yells at a footballer and says his ass is hairy, and he gets annoyed
Roy Kent.
because none of the team stuck up for him and said his ass wasn't.
It's yeah. He between I think the three of them. So the guy Jason, whatever it is, Sudeikis is it?
Yeah,
Who plays Ted. You got her, whose name eludes me at the moment, but I do know it. Waddington, Hannah Waddington,
Hannah
something
Waddington.
like
I
that.
wanted to say it was
Yeah.
Una something, but
No, she played Septon Una or
Unella.
whatever. Unella. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably one I'm getting confuddled on.
And then that footballer, they are three of I think they are the three main characters
Hmm.
of the show.
Well,
And yeah, it's all a bit.
I'm sure I'll be introduced to some new people, and I'll find some new film favourites. I think I should keep an open mind. I think it's just throwing me that I don't know more of them. And as I say, I associate Steve Pemberton more with like writing
Yeah.
than. I mean, I know. I don't think the League of Gentlemen is funny. I don't laugh at it. I think it's interesting and I guess amusing. And, I like the tone of it.
Hmm. I'd say that's the same sort of thing as I feel for Peep Show. It's I very rarely laugh at it, but it is a tone thing, isn't it? It's a
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know there is humour there, but it's not laugh humour. It's almost irony in a lot of places.
Well, I think I laugh at some of Mark's angry moments.
Hmm. I uh, had an opportunity to legitimately quote a Peep Show line earlier.
Hmm.
Yes, I was describing my bleeding injury earlier
Yeah.
that we were talked about to my partner during one of the attempts for her to stream Stardew for me, and she said, "Oh, pour you," and I said, "Yes, pour me,
Pour
pour
me.
me,
Pour me another
pour me
drink.
another drink." And she was like, "Pour yourself a bloody drink." I said, "No, I was quoting Peep Show." I never get to quote Peep Show like legitimately. Like that was just a perfectly natural
Yeah, to
opportunity
a
to do
proper person who isn't me.
it. I know, right? You know,
A real human being. I hope did I hit that? I did hit that deer. I definitely hit that
yeah.
deer.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of
Normally,
where. That was not
normally,
a
if I'm
good
going to
hit.
quote a TV show, I have to set it up, right?
Mm.
But that one set it up for me, which was nice.
It's a very low bleed rate. I don't even know whether it's worth it. Maybe I should have gone for the bigger gun.
Should have gone for the headshot.
Mm.
You've only got 20 bullets left in this gun.
That's all right. How much money do I have? I think I can scrape for a few more bullets.
As long as you're not scraping brains off a wall. It's down to the second band of health.
Mm. And when it's a smaller, lighter animal.
It's really legged it, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I've been on right wild goose chases. I
What, after geese?
No, I followed this deer once. I went right
Well, surely
round in
that's
a
a wild
circle,
deer chase.
and I basically shot it where I found it. I shot it, or I found its dead body exactly where I found it. I think I had to shoot it again. Um, yeah, I wonder what the programmed, if there was a way to like follow a deer. What is the programmed route of these animals? You know,
There must be something.
unless they just sort of. I mean, I suppose maybe an easier way to do it would be when you're within like 600-700 meters, they sort of spawn in, I guess.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, because they can't be there the whole time, or else it would be running very badly.
yeah, it's like, oh, there's never more than 50 zombies in left on the screen in Left for Dead.
Hmm.
It's just as soon as you kill one, another one pops in.
The thing about did you know the thing about foxes in Skyrim?
No.
They have a sort of a split path system.
Uh huh.
If you chase after them, they will they sort of like go through forks in the possible pathing,
Mm.
and generally speaking, these paths end at treasure of some
Oh,
sort.
so if you
So if
follow
you
a
find,
fox, you're bound to find treasure.
yeah, pretty much.
Well, almost bound.
All right, follow it long enough, and you will.
So,
Fuck knows
are they
why.
programmed to lead you to treasure, or are they programmed when they stop, treasure appears under them?
I can't remember.
Mm. I like stories about video games, sort of like that. I get not really like that. One of my favorites is this game that implemented a um was like a proper ecology.
Hmm.
So it was like a MMO RPG sort of thing.
Yeah.
Uh, it just was that it was like a proper food chain. So the cattle ate the grass, and if the players killed too much cattle, the grass would would come back, and
as it
then
does.
if they left them, the grass would go and the cows would die off, etc., etc. What they didn't reckon on was the fact that players would just murder all the animals. So the whole thing fell apart.
You got to trust people to kill stuff if they're going to have the option to kill stuff.
Have you given up, John Nettles? John Nettles has lost his track.
I makes me think of what was it? I think it's Dwarf Fortress. It's the game where because of the random chance that dwarves in a tavern will spill beer,
Yeah.
and the random chance that cats, when they lick things, will lick the. That cats will walk through the area, get beer on their paws, and later lick their paws.
Mm.
Cats were getting drunk.
Huh. That's funny.
And what a ridiculous fucking set of processes to have programmed into a game, right?
Mm.
People spill beer so cats get drunk.
Reminds me. I think there was like a. I'm sure you've heard this. We might have even talked about it before. This like a role playing thing,
Hmm.
right? And this guy played as the barman.
Yes, yes, we have.
Yes, and one day he poisoned everybody, and there was a massive outcry. Like, this is
Yep.
completely out of character. What the fuck are you doing? And then the guy who was playing as this character, produced this journal that he had kept, portraying his character as immensely bitter and frustrated, and keeping notes of every petty grievance that cropped up. Is that it? Up there somewhere. Fuck, I've lost it. Well, that's a bugger, isn't it? Yeah, every petty grievance. Like, oh, so and so didn't say thank you for his mead, and I didn't get a tip from table 4, and he killed
Yeah.
them all. And it was decided by the moderators that actually, yeah, no, that's fair. It's in character. You've backed yourself up. So he wiped out like all these really powerful players and whatnot. Yeah, I've lost that deal, which is a shame because it was basically on death's door.
That is a shame.
I wonder. Hmm.
No, I do like video games. It's just sometimes they put a lot of work into them, and sometimes they don't. And it's nice when they do, but sometimes they put too much work into them.
Yeah.
Sims 4 is currently available for free. I
Is
don't know if
it?
it's a currently or if it's an always available for free, but
Don't really like The
that's the thing.
Sims.
Do you know?
Well, I used to. I mean, I like a lot of people. I went through a stage where I was fucking obsessed with The Sims 2. Hang
Yeah,
on a minute.
you found it.
Well, I don't believe we went this way, did we?
I don't know.
And it's blue. I guess we can't have. Is this even the right track? Well, I don't see no blood.
It's a different one, isn't it?
Possibly, or it could have just stopped bleeding because they're annoying like that. Whatever.
Well, you know, I've
Uh,
stopped bleeding after my wound,
Lovely. Hmm.
which is good because you know.
You got one more topic?
Yeah, but it's not a very interesting one or a very long one.
That's all right. Let's have it.
Oh, do you remember the other week, maybe even last week, we were talking about Katie Price having to give up however much percentage of her 40% of her OnlyFans income.
Yeah.
That was apparently for 3 years. But most notably, it turns out that actually she has filed for bankruptcy
All right.
since we spoke then.
Hmm.
So she is in
Look
serious
at this.
financial troubles.
Look
That's
at
terrible.
this.
That's absolutely terrible. Should let you clean that up. Is that your specific campsite?
I don't know what my character is. I mean, I know I'm a hunter. My impression was that I was just some trotting rich tourist guy. But like, every time I go to one of these places, I tend to get a lot of fucking errands to run. So I'm not wild about.
You're an enthusiast who happens to have enough money to jet set.
Hmm. But yeah,
You're
Katie
part of a
Price.
1%.
you remember when Katie Price and what's that singer called?
Peter Andre.
Peter Andre were a big deal
Yeah, they were for a while, weren't they?
because they met in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Her because of her big tits, and him because
Became
of
the nation's sweethearts, and he was a sweet boy, and now he's on GB News.
is he?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
a lot of people are on GB News. Rona Cameron, do you know who Rona Cameron is? Rhoda
No,
Cameron.
not from a name.
She's a lesbian comedian.
Okay.
It's just washed up personalities who could do with a boost and right wing grifters.
I mean, I can scam a right wing if it's going to get me paid.
Well, build that wall, etc. Money, please.
Well,
We
we just
had
don't want any of them around here, do we?
apparently, yeah, that'll do it. Apparently, there's
You
a
don't have to be more specific than that. It
yes,
doesn't matter what. That can apply to any group from
yeah,
any person's
yeah,
perspective. That is a statement that anyone could justifiably agree to,
yes.
depending on how vague you are.
Um, I
What's the matter, Ben? Do you not agree with that statement? Do you not agree that we shouldn't have more of them around here? Do you want paedophiles in your area?
oh God,
You know, you see what I'm saying? You keep it vague. Anyone will have to
yeah.
agree with it because they don't know what we're arguing against.
I
The Tony the Frog's gay.
I don't know whether it's a trend or whether it was just one example I saw mentioned on Reddit.
Mm.
But there was a woman who had an OnlyFans account, and then when that sort of ran dry, she turned to she presented herself as like a trad wife, as they're called,
Oh,
and
okay.
said, "Oh, I did terrible things, but now I found God." It's basically the same grift, you know.
Yeah, I suppose it probably is, isn't it?
Um,
I learned earlier. I discovered today that there is a. Hang on, I need to double check.
mm,
I need to double check who it is before I say anything. Yes, that's it. Adriana Chechik. Have you ever heard of her?
is she the woman from The Sopranos?
No.
Okay, because I know one of the actresses from The Sopranos has an OnlyFans account.
Adriana Chechik is listed as an American pornographic actress and media personality.
Right,
She is very much a porn star by the modern day standards of what those words mean.
right. So she like has a limo, I guess.
Well, I mean, she's won 11 adult video awards, 4 Pornhub awards.
Right.
In fact, she's been nominated 54 times and won 33
Hmm.
for various different awards.
Gosh, that's better than Helen Mirren.
Or maybe she's won 33 and been nominated for 54 more actually. But either way, she's won a lot of
Mm.
awards. You know, including a just go. I want to. In 2017, she won Best Oral Sex Scene brackets with Alex Jones, Chris Cock, Darwin Slimpo, Jake Jace, Isaiah Maxwell, Marcus Dupree, Mo Johnson, and Ricky Johnson.
Right.
That sounds like that's a whole lot of oral, right? Anyway, point is, get to back on topic.
Yeah.
I learned today that but in 2022, she mostly retired from porn in favor of streaming video games on Twitch.
Oh, that sounds cool. Well,
Like you get it the other way around. You get people going on Twitch so they can become e-girls and get an OnlyFans
I
and
don't know, man.
all that kind of shit, and it's going the other way around.
I think there's probably quite a bit of crossover between the fans of
Oh yeah.
the works.
Uh, Even more interestingly to me, in 2022, October 2022, she broke her back when she jumped into a deceptively shallow foam pit at Twitch's annual convention.
Uh,
Like, of all the things that could fucking happen to anyone on the fucking planet, Adriana Chechik, probably one of the most famous porn stars of the modern era, broke her back at a fucking Twitch con.
hmm,
You know,
hmm,
and she played Fortnite. Uh, yeah, it seems like Fortnite's probably the thing. But yeah, it's crazy.
hmm.
It's absolutely crazy to me. That's the progression because, like I say, like as far as from my perspective, it's generally the other way around.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I think that makes sense as a career move, to be honest, because
mm.
it's easier. You've already got you know name recognition, brand recognition.
And you just wear something a bit slutty, and you,
You can play some
but not
video
too
games,
slutty
and
to break
it's a
terms of
more
conditions.
it's a less formal, cozier environment, isn't it?
Mm.
You're
And
sitting
if you
down
fancy doing
watching.
a hot tub thing, you can because they do that
I
sometimes.
mean, you're sitting down watching a streamer. It's like you're invited into their home, really, aren't you?
Yeah, but I should imagine that's why all these cam people end up getting into it, right?
Mm. That gets really sad though. Like I watched a documentary. Well, I mean, I watched one documentary where I think it was about polyamory or something like that, and there was this couple who were doing streams and nobody was watching,
Oh, that's got to be
and they
depressing for them.
and they just sat there and sort of and oh, no viewers yet. It'll happen. I think every now and then it did, but
You got to have a niche, haven't you, where people aren't interested.
well, that's the thing. I think I don't know. Maybe there are people who think this will be easy. I mean, I don't really like it when people say, "Oh, everybody does it because they think it'll be easy," and they never make it. I don't think anybody's that foolish, but I suspect there are people who think,
There are some people who will be
yeah,
foolish enough to think it's easy and they can do it,
yeah,
because there'll be people who think that, oh, really, all I have to do is flash some bits and people will pay me for that. But
no,
actually, it's not that simple, because
it's it's a skill.
people's
It's a you know,
with the oversaturation of pornographic content on the internet,
find it fucking anywhere.
literally anywhere, even when you're not looking for a fucking thing, you it's very easy to become desensitized to it, and at which point you're chasing a bigger high each time,
Mm,
and that's how people's interests escalate to the point of being, you know, I
illegal.
have seen things that in retrospect I should never have seen. Nothing illegal, obviously,
No,
but still, so there's shit that I definitely should not have seen in porn at any point that I, have seen, and oof, no, no, thank you, not again.
well,
Hardest wank of my life.
oh.
Because I'm not a person who normally regrets looking at porn, right? But there are things I regret looking at.
Are we going into this? We doing this now, or
Oh God, no!
you wanna?
Change topic if you want, but you got to come up with something. 'Cause I ain't got a fucking clue.
I don't know. I'm trying to find this fucking deer. It's done the same thing the last one did and turned around abruptly
Oh dear.
at like 0 health, or between 0 and 25 health.
Look at the map; it'll draw the line for you.
Yeah, but it's not going to tell me where it's gone.
No, but it'll show you the U-turn point, won't it?
Yeah, this is the U-turn point.
No, it should have ran past you then.
Not necessarily. I mean, go on then, find it. Go on, boy.
Have you instructed him to do it?
There we go. He's onto something.
It's funny how he does stuff if you tell him to.
All right, fuck off. He was. I had told him to before,
Yeah, well, he's a busy dog.
and then he just stopped. I had to give him a reminder.
Better be worth it for you.
Who's in charge? What did you say? It's better.
French?
It's better than working for you or something.
I don't know.
It's fine. Good thing I recorded. I can check. Oh, there he is. Cheers.
You won't even have right in the ass again.
It's because they're always running away.
Yeah, you need to get more headshots.
Okay, well, yeah. Why don't we call it here?
You sure?
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna do one more, but I mean, it could take a while to find a crocodile. We've been going a fair while already, so.
Okay, fair enough. And I suppose it is coming up to 11:45.
So I had a good old run here. I'm sure you can now appreciate why I like the Australian map.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's my favourite.
Crocodiles.
So, yeah, what did I get? Codec, something like latest harvest. No, history. Latest harvest? Is that it? No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Is it not? It looks like it. You got a load of stuff that's dated
Did
today.
I kill a sandbar today? That doesn't
Yeah, the
sound
last
right.
one
I
you
guess
got
I
was
must have. Huh.
that's what you were
So what?
following.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
So
17 kills.
it shows 20 on a page, does it?
Yeah.
Hmm. This is
Um,
a much more built up area than I'm accustomed to seeing.
yeah. It's I think they're trying to turn it into like a holiday.
Tourist trap.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they've got the bug door as well.
Mm.
That's not going to stop any flies getting in.
No, but it'll stop the tarantulas.
No.
This is my
But
little
how's
shack.
what else is going to eat the flies?
Better check for spiders.
You need to make sure that you check inside the. What would you do if there's a massive fucking spider underneath?
I would shoot it, and then
It would let you shoot anything in
have
here.
it stuffed. Yes.
Oh, oh my
Well,
god! One of the fellow hunters has just killed himself.
oh,
It's a solid vase.
um, okay. I'm just gonna. Oh fuck. Oh,
What?
a regenerating vase.
Fucking hell! That's impressive. I want one.
Well, on that note, let's uh, let's.
God, you're such a soy boy. Closing the doors behind yourself.
That's only polite.
I'm amazed that you managed to jump up there without like climbing.
Good night, everybody.
Good night and
Bye.
Godspeed.